This commenter is exactly correct. Um, in about 5 minutes, I'm going to record this week's episode of Hawk Droppings, my podcast. And last week was an interesting week. I think it was Wednesday, I got a notice, I got an email notification. I don't know, I think it was from the Judicial Council in California saying that all the state courts were going to be closed on Friday, September 27th, last Friday, for California's statewide Native American Day. And so that was Wednesday, and I was like, you know what? That sent me down a bit of a rabbit hole where I was like, I need to learn more about what tribes, what First Nations populations used to live where I live now, in Marin County. And so I spent a couple of days learning a lot about the Miwok tribe, Miwok, and specifically the Coast Miwoks, which inhabited the land where I live now. And I spent some time this weekend. I went to the Museum of the American Indians in Novato, California. And I went to the state park. I know I'm going to pronounce this wrong. Olompali, Olomplai. It's in between Novato and Petaluma. And Native Americans, First Nations populations occupied that area of Marin County and the area of Marin County where I live from 6000 BC until 1850. That's 8,000 years. 8,000 years. And you have to hunt. You have to hunt. And you have to be diligent and intentional in looking for any visual cues or reminders that those folks lived here for 8,000 years, because they're not obvious at all. And in the course of learning about a lot of these things over the last 4 or 5 days, 5, 6 days, over the weekend, and I did a duet of a video on my backup account, Hawkeye Whack-A-Mole. I saw a video from a Native American woman who lives up in Canada, and today is September 30th. It is in North America, in the United States, but primarily in Canada, September 30th is the Day for Truth and Reconciliation. And that refers to Native American residential schools that for 150 or so years kidnapped, took, stole, absconded with Native American children from their parents, from their tribes, from their villages, on their reservations, and sent them to boarding schools hundreds of miles away from their families, cut their hair, made them dress like white people, used to beat them if they spoke their native tongue. These are school kids. Physically abused them, sexually abused them in residential schools that were run by Catholic priests and nuns. Between the United States and Canada, it was probably in the neighborhood of 300,000 to 500,000 Native American children, and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them did not survive and were buried in unmarked graves. And starting in May 2021, with the discovery of a mass unmarked grave at the site of a former Native American residential school in, I believe it was British Columbia, then we started learning about all of that stuff. And I didn't know anything about any of this shit until I joined TikTok uh, in 2021. And today is also Orange Shirt Day, because of the story of one 6-year-old Native American girl up in Canada who, when the authorities came to take her from her parents, she was wearing a brand new orange shirt that she had just gotten. And she defiantly basically was like, fuck you, you're not taking my shirt. And they took her shirt and they took her. And so today, September 30th, is the day for truth and reconciliation, for all of that, which feels a little light, I guess. But so I'm going to go record an episode of my podcast, Hawk Droppings, in a few minutes. And I'm wearing my orange shirt for that. And my podcast is going to be all about the Native American residential schools in Canada and the United States. The last one in Canada closed in 1996, less than 30 years ago. There's a link in my link tree for my podcast. I recorded an episode of Hawk After Dark day before yesterday about MMIW, Murdered and Missing Indigenous Women and Girls. Please go check that stuff out. Thank you.